And welcome back, guys. Iron Upcake here with the next installment in my Amnesia the Dark Descent walkthrough. In the last video, we cleared the morgue and left the cistern entrance and came to the sewers. And I explained a little bit about it in the end of the last video, so I'm going to go ahead and get going. Since there's not really much you can do, you just gotta go straight down the ladder, but when you get to the bottom and start walking forward, there's a bit of a cinematic encounter. But, with it being cinematic, you can pretty well ignore it, get it, to a corner, and then hide here for a second, just so it's easy to avoid looking at him. Because even though he will poof if you get close, he will still drain your sanity, and depending on how you're playing, that may be an issue. But you don't have to hide long, so I'm not even going to bother using my movie magic. And I think he's gone now? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Anyways, so we get down here and you see a giant spinning blade of death, and obviously that's where we need to go. Walk close, get a little flashback. Now, in order to clear this and get past this, we need two things. We need to slow down the wheel and we need a broken pipe. We're going to grab the broken pipe first. So you can take a right, stop by here to grab that tinder box, and then break this pipe off. It looks very obviously loose. And then head back. Not much to it. As I believe I mentioned at the end of the last video, the sewer is a pretty dangerous area because it has several brute encounters, but as long as you know what you're doing, you don't have to worry about it. Also, side note, I'm trying to remember where it's at. There's a big pile of rocks. This one, I think. You can exploit the relatively derpy physics engine to squeeze through the rocks and run around the outside of the level, but I'm not going to be doing that because I want to show you how to complete it the right way. And you come in this room, and you see a couple of levers. Messing with them will slow down the blades. And since there's only a couple of things that we can really do, I'm just going to show you the proper way. There's not really a solution given anywhere, so you just kind of have to mess around with it, but there's only, a few possible combinations. So, anyways, move one to the left, one to the right. Grab the oil before you go, and then head out. But don't tread too far, because there's a brute waiting for us. So run back in here and crouch right here. And, as usual, movie magic. And that was it. It's not too long of a wait, but, don't want to make you sit there and stare at the screen for nothing. So when he's gone, anyways, you start just leaving the room and heading back towards the spinny blade of death. Not that way. Took a left far too soon. And when you look at it, you will see that it is spinning much slower. On top of that, you will have also heard that it is much quieter than it was before. So, just use the pipe on it. You'll stick it right there, jam it up, and then you can crawl right under it. And then you basically just run straight forward. You're going to see some bars that you can't pass, and a room on your right. We need the room. And inside this lovely room, we see that the shadow has been redecorating a grunt's face. So, yeah. On top of that, Alexander will be a little upset. You run to the back of the room, Shadow's going to growl at you, but might as well do it now because we're about to get yet another encounter with yet another brute. So, start going down the stairs, and be ready to turn around, close the door, and run to the back of the room. And you're going to wait in this corner. Again, this isn't a very long encounter, but I did want to point out there is another thing you can do. If you want to be very, very ballsy, you can run down the stairs to the left and run behind the little spinny blade of death, because the brute can't get you on the other side of that. But I should also note that if you are half a second late, you die. So, if you want a bit of an adrenaline rush, you can try that. But if you're like me, just hide in the corner. Easiest way to do it. Anyways, pop. Anyways, once he's gone, back to the game. You will see that he did not very much like that door that we put there. But anyways, I'm going to go around the corner, and about here, you want to start crouching, because there is yet another brute in this area. In theory, it could all be the same brute, but anyways. If you look to the left, you can kind of see him. But we're not going to get too close. But he is guarding the only way out, and he will not move unless we make him move. So, go over here, pick up the laudanum, pick up this rock, and then, whenever you're ready, throw it. When it splashes, you're going to want to run around. And you'll see that he's looking at the rock. Just run straight on by as quickly as you can. Do not stop for any reason, except to close these doors, because a brute will spawn once that happens. And make your way to the ladder, climb up, and enjoy your freedom. Not that we would ever want to, but as you're climbing up the ladder, as you will hear right about here, the ladder breaks, so we can't go back to the sewer. Why in the world would we want to, though? Anyways, so basically, you end up in a room with a little well and a ladder and some doors. This is the nave. It is yet another hub. Once you get up here, you can come pick up that tinder box behind the rope. There's plenty of other stuff to be had here, but I will be covering it in my next video. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helped you out a lot. Like it if you liked it, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff, you know. All the same stuff as usual. But, anyways, hope this was helpful, guys, and until next time, see ya.